Just wrapped up the Bassmaster Southern Open here on Lake Norman out at the Bass Pro Shops. We got Tracy Adams from Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Many of you know him, local guy, but today he's the champion, and he beat out a big field, 184 boats. Turned out to fish this thing on Thursday. First couple weigh-ins were at Blythe Landing, which is a great facility today out at Bass Pro. But your first day, Tracy, when you had 20 pounds, I think that's one of the biggest bags not that we've been covering Lake Norman forever, but 9 years, I can't recall a 20-pound sack on Lake Norman in 9 years is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's not been many of them. I know there was one this spring. Matt McBee had one. I don't know exactly what it was. He had 20 pounds and something. But, yeah, it's basically unheard of on Lake Norman to have a 20-pound. I mean, even an 18-pound bag, right. It's hardly ever, hardly ever. But luckily, it happened at the right time.
It happened at the right time, 6-pound kicker. You held on today with a little over 10 pounds. You had a real comfortable win. You got a berth to the 2013 Bassmaster Classic. You got a new boat. You got cash. I mean, this was a big 3 days of fishing for Tracy Adams.
Yeah, it was really had a great time this week. We caught a ton of fish. My hands are killing me. They're just eat completely up from unhooking all them little fish. But, yeah, it just worked out. Had a good time, really enjoyed it. I'd like to thank Bass Pro, Nitro, Cash and Rods, Mercury, and Humminbird.
Let me ask you this. We had a lot of rain on Thursday night, I believe it was, and Thursday was the day you had the big bag, but you came back on Friday after all the rain with 13 pounds. I know you had to change up somewhat on Friday.
Well, I did. The first day I caught those two biggest ones off the bed, and then I caught a couple of them on a swim bait, and I caught a couple on a jig that day. And, it's just one of them days everywhere I went, it worked. And then the second day, I had like a 5-pound lead, and I said, well, I need to go out and just catch some fish and, and see if I can gain a little bit on my lead. And I went and got a limit on a shaky head, and then I started going back to some places where I'd saw some good fish, not spawning, but just under the docks, just where they live. And luckily I caught a couple of those. And then today I did basically the same thing. I caught a limit early on a shaky head, and then it was just about quitting time, and I thought, oh, man, I had a good one the other day following my swim bait out. I ought to run over there. It's just right across the lake. And I ran over there and threw it in there, and it got it. So it's just, when it's your time, it's your time.
Well, buddy, congratulations. Great win. And you have your whole family here to celebrate, and just, the whole thing just really hit on 8 cylinders for you. And we'll be tracking you at the 2013 Classic, plus numerous other tournaments for the rest of the year. You're on a roll, and just a great, great tournament for you.
Yeah, it's just an awesome week.
All right, buddy. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.